might seem super embarrassing, but it's actually super normal, especially for women and girls. Leaking a little bit of pee in your pants, or skirts, or jeans, or shorts, or jorts, or skirts, or overalls. Not long ago, I received a request from a Stuff Mom Never Told You viewer to talk about bladder leaks because, as she wrote, one topic that is still taboo is the fact that some perfectly fit women have bladder leaks when they do certain activities. I am one of these, and it is a quite annoying and stressful problem. The shame and the fear of being judged does not allow me to talk about this to other people. Bladder leaks, or temporary incontinence, is something that affects up to half of all adults with vaginas, not to mention 20% of female college athletes and plenty of younger girls as well. Guys, yes, it happens to you too, but women are twice as likely to experience this. So vagina havers, let's count this along with menstruation as just one of the bonuses of this plumbing. Quick anatomy lesson. Our bladders are actually muscles, and when it is time for us to go, our brain signals the bladder to contract, thus forcing the urine into the urethra, that pipeline into the outside world, usually in the form of a toilet or perhaps behind a dumpster if you're at a music festival and the line for the porta potty is just too long. You can't wait. Before the urine can make its grand exit or entrance, depending on which way you look at it, the sphincter muscles surrounding the urethra must also relax, thus letting it flow, let it flow, let the urine flow into the world. That, of course, is the best case scenario of how peeing works, but there are also plenty of times when some urine can sneak past those sphincter guards. The most common way that this happens is through something called stress incontinence. And we're talking stress in terms of physical stress. Most commonly things like coughing, laughing, sneezing, exercising, lifting heavy objects, doing things that puts actual physical stress on your bladder. Not stress in the sense of the nervous peeing that I get before, say, I go on stage or have a job interview or I'm just like hanging out with a new friend and I really want her to like me. Why does this happen so often in women? The three primary culprits of stress incontinence are pregnancy, childbirth, and menopause. With pregnancy, obviously you're putting a lot of physical strain on the bladder because, well, baby. With childbirth, the process often weakens the pelvic floor muscles, which breaks down our ability to hold our urine in. Finally, with menopause, doctors think that the reduction in our estrogen levels might weaken our urethral tissue. But what if none of those three factors apply to you? There is a genetic basis for this as well. Some people might simply inherit weaker pelvic muscles. There are all sorts of reasons, even beyond this, why stress incontinence and different kinds of incontinence happens. But the good news is, if you experience stress incontinence, there is one effective remedy that you can do anywhere, and it will cost you nothing. Kegel exercises. All you have to do is squeeze and hold your pelvic floor muscles for about 10 seconds, release, and repeat. If you're not sure what your pelvic floor muscles are, pretend that you have to go to the bathroom really bad, but you can't, so you squeeze. Doctors might also recommend other behavioral changes, such as bladder retraining, which involves timing when you go to the bathroom. Dietary changes, quitting smoking, losing weight, changing medications that could be causing that kind of bladder leakage, all the way up to more intensive treatments for more intensive kinds of incontinence. And if you do experience bladder leaks, I hope that this video relieves some of the mental stress involved with stress incontinence.